Now we're going to be on the third passage. If you are the first time for you just to join this session, you're going to find passage 1 and passage 2 on YouTube channel on my group. So here, the first question is a writing question for this passage, and it starts speaking about which choice best emphasizes the practicality of the account versus the mannerless. Okay, mister. So the main thing right now, just to search for, to find the word that relate to practicality. I need a word right now in front of you that relate to practicality that is against or versus mannerless. Okay, I'm gonna look at the sentence, mister, right now that include the word. We don't know that is effective, is one of the choice, is right or wrong. So I'm gonna take from the end till the beginning. So if you look here, we're gonna find that it starts saying, by the end of the century, mariners' parties gave a rude yet effective account of the littoral of Africa, both on the west and the eastern side. So I need now a word that equal in meaning to rude, but it's gonna be practical one. Okay, mister. To be practical, can we say that effective can be a useful word here? Yes, effective, just going with the practicality and against mannerless. Okay, mister. Subjective, no, subjective is manner. You are just following or you are evaluating something relate or depend on your point of view. So it's not going to be practicality and it's not going to be mannerless. It's mannerful. Unprecedented. Unprecedented means new. So here, mister, is something new is going to be suitable for practicality? No. So I'm not going to choose it. Tactful means it relates to the policy. So, and here we're not talking about anything that relates to the policy. So the answer is going to be effective, the suitable word to give you the meaning of practicality and mannerless. The second one for 24, don't forget that whenever you come to answer a question related to writing, not to grammar, you have to take from the beginning of the sentence till the end to find clue words to give you the meaning plus the clue word that you're going to find in the question itself. Question 24 starts speaking about that we have a problem in that part. We are not sure. Is there a problem or is it right or we're going to change it? So let's read also the whole sentence to know about what the problem in this one. So we're going to take from not only till the full stop, Europeans. If you look here, we're going to find that he starts saying not only did they explore the coast, but they settled upon. Please don't forget, whenever he put a dash here under the conjunction, not only it must correlate with a conjunction called but also. So whenever he underlined in the test inshallah on Saturday, whenever he underlined the conjunction, you have to look carefully. Is it a coordinate conjunction or a correlative conjunction? Correlative conjunction come in both, in pairs, like not only but also, not only but also, both and, neither nor, either or. So don't forget. Here we don't have any problem because it didn't say, but actually it's missing also. Okay, mister. So not only did they explore the coast. So, mister, now we're talking about that this sentence is independent. Also, we have comma conjunction. Then another sentence, they settled upon it. Then he complete the sentence. Let's complete it, as we said, till the end. So this also is another independent. Why, mister? Because he doesn't put any mark or any line under the comma conjunction. So it's right. So if we're going to say here that they settled upon it, then he said at Amina on Guania coast, at Lonado. Just wait, mister. I feel that here there is a list. At Amina on Guania coast, at Lonado near the Congo, and comma and Benguela on the western coast. So this is a list, mister, and after it come the original sentence that come after. Okay, mister. Can I put another sentence after independent, comma conjunction, independent? Then I'm gonna put a comma, then start a new sentence? No. So what I'm gonna do right now, mister, I'm gonna put comma conjunction here, or full stop, or semicolon. Okay, mister. So this is wrong, yeah, because it's gonna be a run-on sentence. So thank you. This is gonna be wrong, yeah. Why you're gonna put the dash? We put the dash only if the following sentence is gonna be non-restrictive, not essential. And here it doesn't have any kind of it's essential or not essential. And it's important to the meaning of the sentence. So this is wrong. Okay, mister, this is one of the answers that you told us about. Yes, that you're gonna put full stop and start the new sentence with capital letter. So this is the right answer. Can I put mister? No, nothing here. It's gonna be also run on sentence. So from the beginning, we can know that whenever you put comma or you put nothing, it's gonna be run on. So these two have the same function, so we eliminate them. And this rule, we call it run the sentence that is actually, they have the same function, we are gonna cancel them. The sentences or the answer that they have the same answer, we're gonna cancel them. This rule we called odd one out. Odd one out. Okay, mister. Thank you. So now we know that the answer is C. Let's go after that to 25. As you can find here, in 25, also I'm gonna take from the beginning of the sentence. He is completing the passage here. On the East Coast, they settled. On the East Coast, again, there is a problem here. We must separate it by a comma. If we have a prepositional phrase or any phrase that starts the sentence, it must follow by a comma. But he didn't put anything because this is the original text. They settled at Sofala. What is Sofala? It's a port of Mozambique. Then he put semicolon and mister. Is it right to put semicolon and? I just explained something that is not in the question, but just to know it. Yes, it's right. When we're gonna put semicolon, mister, with and, we're gonna put it semicolon if we have many commas in the sentence. If we have many commas in the sentence, in that case, the main one, you're gonna change it to semicolon. So here, if you look, we have two sentences. The first sentence start with prepositional phrase, subject, verb, till here. Okay, what about this? No, this is a positive. What is Sofala? Is a port of Mozambique. So this a positive. Then we have and here, mister, in Zanzibar. Look, on the East Coast, in Zanzibar. So prepositional phrase. They, also they, then the verb until he finished. So this also is independent clause. But because we have a positive inside, so we change the main comma here. Actually, it must be comma. We change the main comma to be semicolon. So this is right, mister. Okay, let's go. He said then 3 ports. Those first visited by Vasco da Gama. And afterward, here and mister. And as we know that whenever we find a conjunction, we start looking at the rule of parallelism. Parallelism here. So here he said first visited by Vasco da Gama. And here he said, if we're going to keep afterwards, here he said afterwards visited, celebrated by Vasco da Gama Milton. So I think, mister, afterwards is going to be the suitable answer to parallel with the first part. Okay, let's look at the others. As time gradually passes by, you have to put in your mind that whenever we are looking at the EST, we are gonna choose the simplest, precise choice. Okay, mister, unknowingly, it's short. But if you look here and you're gonna say unknowingly, is it match with first? First, just give you numerical order for events that happen. Unknowingly means that he doesn't know. No, mister. Certainly enough. Okay, is certainly enough just parallel to first? No. So the right answer is gonna be A. For number 26, again, mister, what happened to the examiner? Question 24, question 25, question 26, all of them grammar question that talk about conjunction. Let's find. Here also conjunction here. If you look here, we have the word and. So look, before and there is 16th. So what after and is going to be with the same writing is going to be 17th. So it's a direct one that doesn't need a lot of work. As we said, 16th and 17th. So the answer is going to be 17th, not 7th, because you need the same word. Not 7th, not 17. Okay, so the right answer right now, teacher, is going to be B. Number 27, now we came to the question of writing, but we have to look at the whole sentence just to decide what is the right thing and what is the wrong. Okay, I'm going to take the sentence start from here till here. Okay, pay attention to this one. At first, mister, you told us that you're going to take the shortest one. You're going to choose the shortest that has less words. Yes. But mister, I feel that all of them have the same length. Okay. So now we're going to work on grammar. Which sentence that has grammar mistakes? And when we are looking at grammar mistakes, we are looking at vague pronouns. We are looking at run-on sentences. We are looking at wrong modifiers. We are looking at wrong relative pronouns. So all these things, we have to look at them. Okay, so let's start with the first one that maybe it's correct. He said we, then which. Wait. Which, mister, for things. We, it's a subject pronoun. So we have to put here who, not which. So now the first one is wrong. Do we have other things here that they had the same mistake? Let's find. I don't know, mister, but I think it. Can we say which? Again, why you're going to repeat it? We actually put which for things, but that means that you're not going to repeat the pronoun or the noun again. So also this is wrong. So now A and B is wrong. Okay, what about C, teacher? We see it terminated, which, again, which here just referred to terminated, and it can't stand for it. It can't stand for it. So also it's a mistake. The last one, we see it terminated in 3 large lakes, which are now, which repeating for the lakes without mentioning it again, which can be scarcely other than be Victoria, Albert, Maizana, and Tanganyika. So this is the right answer. D doesn't have any kind of mistakes. If you have any question, you can write on the chat. So the answer now, mister, because there is no mistake, is D. Let's go now to number 28. And 28 also is writing. Here for this one, I just like to keep it a little bit. Why? Because it's going to take time just to find the answer. To find the answer, because you have to read each one and find the relationship to what come before it and what come after it. Okay, give me an example, teacher. Like now, I'm looking at sentence 5. This one. That it's a long sentence, actually. You have to read it carefully to find some key words that is going to be repeated, whether before it, in the sentence before it, or the sentence after it, just to replace it or put it in the place. Okay, mister. If we're going to say here, it's difficult, however, to determine how far these entries on the Portuguese maps were due to actual knowledge or report, or to the tradition of a still earlier knowledge of these lakes and mountains. Take care of the keywords. For in the maps accompanying the early edition of Ptolemy, we likewise obtain the same information, which is repeated by the Arabic geographers, obviously from Ptolemy. and not from actual observation. Okay, mister. Are you gonna put it in its place? So that means it's relate to what come before it and what come after it. Okay, what come before it, mister? It's the end of the previous paragraph. Let's read it. He said the mountains. Wait. The word mountains, it's here. The mountains are here, mister. Okay. Oh, the moon also figured prominently, and it was only almost the other day that Mr. Stanley rediscovered them. It took also about a kind of discovery, observation. Okay, but we find mountains. Let's look here now, the sentence after it. When the two great French cartographers, Diesel and D'Anville, determined not to insert anything on their maps. Maps. So repeat the word again. For which they had not some evidence. These lakes, mountains, oh my God, lakes, mountains, disappeared. So he said here what? These lakes and mountains. That means he mentioned them in the previous sentence. Okay, mister. Disappeared. So because of these, so we must find them here. So this actually, it's a place that is right. And thus it has come about the maps, again, of the 17th century often appear to display more knowledge of the interior of Africa than those of the beginning of the 19th, at least with regard to the sources of the Nile. Okay, thank you, mister. So till now, A is right. Let's look at before sentence 1. So before here. So look at the last sentence here. On the east coast, they settled at Sofala, a port of Mozambique, and Zanzibar, they possessed no less than 3 ports. Those first visited by Vasco da Gama, and afterwards celebrated by Milton. And the Sonner's line contained in the gorgeous geographical excuse in the 11th book. Then he said here, Mozamba. Okay, this is actually what he mentioned. He copied wrong, actually, because this is for a picture. It's probable that besides settling on the coast, okay, he talked about the coast, mister, and here he's talking about sea and rivers, so it must be has coast. No, mister, it's not before sentence 1. Okay, look at the sentence after it, maybe relate to the sentence after it. It's probable that besides settling on the coast, we said no. Okay, so let's go to after sentence 2. So let's read sentence 2. At any rate, in some maps, okay, I repeat maps, of the 16th and the 17th century, there is shown a remarkable knowledge of the course of the Nile. No, mister. Here in the sentence, he mentioned something else. Okay, look after it. Maybe relate to 3. Which can be scarcely here. It's going to be the right. We say it terminated in 3 large lakes. He's talking about mountains and lakes. Okay, let's go on. Which can scarcely other than the Victoria, Albert, Tanzania, and Tanganyika. But here, if you look, you will find that the mountains of the moon also figured. No, mister. I think it's going to be put here after 4, better in that part. Okay, after sentence 6. Here. When the 2 great French cartographers, we said that here, actually, we have lakes and mountains and maps. But is it related to after that? African exploration. No, mister. This relates to that one, because here we're talking about cartographers and we're talking about exploration. So its place is the best one. 29. Okay, it's in the same sentence that we're reading right now, sentence number 6. Read it carefully now, because we are going to speak a lot about this one. This also is a writing question. When the 2 great French cartographers, Dolso and D'Anville, determined not to insert anything on their maps for which they had not some evidence, these lakes, take care, the first one is subordinate clause. Then here it's independent clause. It's connected with a comma. These lakes and mountains disappear, and thus it has come about the maps of the 17th century often appear to display more knowledge of the interior of Africa than those of the beginning of the 19th. Okay, mister. At least, he said here, with regard to the sources of the Nile. So we get this information from the sources of the Nile. Okay. Why I'm going to say in comparison to? So I'm going to delete in comparison to, because we're not comparing, mister. He said only we get these information from the source of the Nile. Okay, because of, we know that because of, we use it for cause and effect. What will come after it is going to be a cause, and here there is no cause. Due to, it's the same thing. So because of and due to are the same function. So we're going to cancel both of them. Excellent, Noreen. But take care. Due to and because of, they have the same relationship. So we're going to cancel both of them. They have the same function. After them come the cause, Noreen, okay? Because of and due to, after them come the cause. So both of them are wrong. And we said that in comparison to, we are not comparing. So we have only, by elimination, we have only one answer. We have only one answer. That is what? That is with regard to. At least, like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, we're going to say that in this test or in this session, we are going to cover at least 2 passages. That means we can take more. We can take more than the 2 passages. If I say the opposite for it is going to be at most. Abdullah, the opposite of it is at most. If I'm going to say that in this session, we're going to cover only 2 passages at most, means that I'm not going to exceed more than 2. The last thing for me too. At least means that I can exceed. So here he said, at least they got these things from sources of the Nile. So because of that, with regard to is the best thing. With regard to is the best thing here. Is this meaning explained here? Because it doesn't make sense. I know, Abdullah, that actually they took this passage from a part of media. I'm going to show it for you right now, and I can send it for the groups. This actually passage is written as a kind of story about exploration, that no grammar, no writing is right. So we are looking now about the best thing. Noreen, close your camera. Take care. So we are looking at the best thing right now. As we said, you're not going to correct for them because you are in a test. If you're looking at the whole passage, you're going to find that is not matching together. Even you're going to find a lot of mistakes relating to the grammar and writing. So here, we're going to take the most suitable one. As we said, we're not comparing because of and due to, they have the same function. So the only one that I have is A. Nothing from these 3 because I know them. Clear, Abdullah? You're welcome. Okay, number 30. 30, if you look at the choices, you're going to laugh. If you look at the choices, you're going to laugh. Look here, we're talking about a verb. Actually, whenever we are answering the SAT, we start using a process of unscientific method. And my students that they are attending today, they know that. Like, if I have singular, 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 plural, I'm going to choose the odd one. I'm going to choose the plural. If I find plural, 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 singular, I'm going to choose the singular, the odd one. If I find present, 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 past, I'm going to choose the odd one, past. But if you look here, I have present, past, present, past. So 2 present and 2 past. But one of them is wrong. Take care. One of them is wrong. Where is it? Had, has. How, mister? After had, the main verb is going to be in the present. No, the main verb is going to be in the past participle. So it must be had, had. So it is wrong. Be now is wrong because has as the main verb. It must be had. So now I have 3 choices. Has had, present. Have had, present. But this present, singular, for a singular subject. This present, plural. This past, singular and plural. Now look at the sentence. To be consistent, he said, it is. Thank you, mister. It's in the present. It is. So now, had is wrong. So now I have, is it singular or plural? Let's find. It is remarkable that all 4 rivers, all 4 rivers, plural. Thank you. I'm done. In an easy way, in less than 30 seconds. Let's go to 31. Yeah, here I'm going to use my way, the unscientific one, Tamer's way. Here, mister, if you look, you will find that accept is a verb. Accept is a preposition. Exempt is a verb. It can be a verb, adjective, or noun, but I'm going to use it as a verb here. Expect is a verb. So now, mister, I have 3 verbs and 1 preposition. I'm going to choose, as we said, this is my way. I'm going to choose the odd one. I'm going to choose the odd one. So again, accept, verb. Exempt, verb. Expect, verb. Accept, preposition. So I'm going to choose the odd one. Mister, can you tell me that you're right or wrong? Let's see. It's not inappropriate. It's not. Okay, look at this mistake, Abdullah. Okay, look at this mistake. Not in. Why negative, negative? Why negative, negative? You can say it's appropriate. That. Why you said not inappropriate, negative, negative? Okay, this is one of the mistakes that you're gonna find it. So we must say it's appropriate because not in. So now negative, negative is gonna give me positive. Okay, let's continue. Actually, I'm gonna put the annotation, inshallah, on the groups. He said it's not. I'm sorry, let me read the chat. Okay. It's not inappropriate that, then he put comma, then he writes something that is between 2 commas. This will not happen in the sentence except that is a phrase, and mainly prepositional phrase. It can't be a verb at all. So except. Done. So the sentence must be like that. It's not inappropriate that England should control the course of the rivers, or it's appropriate that England should control the course of the river. Okay, mister. Let's go to number 32, and it's writing. Writing and grammar at the same time. He said here, what should be done with the parentheses? He's talking about these 2 ears. Are they important or not? Actually, in the original context, these are not found. The whole sentence is not found. And I'm gonna put the link for it. He put it by himself. No, I'm sorry. No, it was found. I wrote what? Yeah. In the original context, it's found, but without parentheses. Okay, mister. But if you read the sentence, I'm with him here, with the examiner, because actually so important. He said what? It's inappropriate that, except in the case of Congo, England should control the course of the river. Then he said here, which her sons first made accessible to his civilization. Do you know her? Return to what? Her here, its antecedent is England. Another problem also. So which her sons first made accessible to civilization. I'm with him that actually in the passage, he didn't put parentheses. But here we have to put them because these are not essential. This sentence is not essential to the meaning of this sentence. So we must separate it by a dash or by a comma or by 2 parentheses. So I'm with him that we must keep them. By keep them, why? Keep them. The information within the parentheses is non-restrictive. Yeah, not important. The information here, not important. Keep them, the parentheses over a change in tone. He doesn't talk about any tone here. And he's still talking about the same tone. So the answer is A. Non-restrictive means not essential to the meaning of the sentence. Okay, after that, we have 33. And this is a big problem, actually. I spent more than 4 minutes to find the meaning. And you have to know that he stopped on that passage here, but the passage has a completion. I want to open this passage for you, actually. Let me open it for you. I'm going to show it for you right now, and I'm going to show that this line actually is mentioned. Let me share with the part that I'm going to share it right now. Share screen. Okay. This is the passage that we're talking about. Here what we have, it's the last thing that we are answering in it. Okay, look. The completion till here. Take care. What is the last thing? Suggestion. That is the answer. So suggestion is going to be the right answer. But he stopped here with a full stop. And he put another word that had the same meaning. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Do you know that if he completed till here, I'm going to say that you are right. It's suggestion. Why? Because it said in the biblical account of paradise in the Bible. So it's a suggestion. But he doesn't complete it. And he stopped in suggestion. So now two meanings start to be in my mind. One of them is uncertainty. One of them is uncertainty. Let's go back again to the main passage. As you can find here, he said what here? Which of the following choice emphasize doubt? Thank you. Doubt. Input? No, it doesn't show any kind of doubt. Explicit meaning means that meaning fully revealed. So how is going to be doubt? It's fully revealed. So B and C we're going to cancel. Uncertainty, mister, it's doubt. Suggestion, also doubt. So why you put me in critical situation? I'm going to choose A or D. Both of them are right. Both of them suggest doubt. And if I'm one from the students, I'm going to choose uncertainty because it's more doubtful than suggestion. As I told you, it's more doubtful than suggestion. Okay, in the test, what you're going to do? I don't know. I don't know. So here, he just make a critical situation. You must complete the sentence and put Bible. If you put Bible, we're going to know that it's no uncertainty. It's going to be suggestion because we can't say anything about the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can't say uncertainty, but suggestion is going to be all accepted. Okay, so here it's a mistake. Yeah, I told you, Abdullah. I told you that the problem with the examiner himself, he said doubt, I'm going to choose directly uncertainty. Directly uncertainty. And you're going to find in the notation that I'm going to put that I put 2 question mark on this one. Okay. Yes, Muhammad. You can unmute yourself, Muhammad. You raise your hand.
مستر أنا يعني في سؤال أنا مش فاهم اللي هو بتاع not mention بتاع بس مش
بتاع which question number what?
not mentioned بيجيب لي سؤال ويقول لي not mentioned in the passage هو مش هنا
this is gonna be the reading. Okay, tomorrow is gonna be the 2 passages for reading. I'm gonna just speak about that. Okay, if you're gonna attend tomorrow, inshallah.
طيب okay.
Any other question related to that one, Muhammad?
لا خلاص okay مستر تمام.
You're welcome, Muhammad. Yes, Noor. Yes, Nooreen.
أيوة حضرتك سامعني؟
Yes, I can hear you.
أنا دايما عندي مشكلة في الباسجز إن أنا مش بعرف أحل اللي هو السؤال اللي مثلا بيقول إن sentence دي before ولا after ولا كده حضرتك بتحللها فوق.
And I showed for you. I told you that you're gonna find some relationship between the sentence before it and after it. Like when we start looking at what? At maps, lakes, mountains. So we find here, he starts speaking about mountains here and lakes. And even before it, he starts talking about the same thing. Okay? The sentence before it. So now I know that it's in its place is the best thing. Yes, tomorrow also the session is free. Okay. My student, Nada. Yes, Nada.
Mr. Is there a difference between suggestion and uncertain in meaning?
Yeah, a big difference. And as Abdullah said, Actually, there is no relation between suggestion and doubt. Doubt, immediately you're gonna choose uncertain. Okay, Nada?
Yes.
But as I told you, that this man or this examiner take the whole passage and he cut it here. If he complete the sentence, I'm gonna say no, uncertainty is not accepted here, Nada. Uncertainty is not accepted because we can't put uncertainty relate to any book, relate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Suggestion, yes. You got it?
Yes.
But the problem, he took it as it is and he stopped here and he told us, yeah, uncertainty. So why you choose uncertainty? Choose another word. If you choose another word, I'm gonna directly choose suggestion because input, explicit meaning, direct meaning, it's no doubt at all. But uncertainty, suggestion, it can be a kind of doubt. Okay, like I suggest that maybe tomorrow is gonna rain, so it's doubt. Uncertainty, also the same thing. The problem that he said emphasizes, so we are talking about emphasizes uncertainty. Clear, Nada? Okay, I think you close your mic. Okay, so let's go to the rest, as we said. So the answer here, according to the examiner, is suggestion. According to me, uncertainty. And this 100% true. Okay? Take care. According to me, uncertainty. Why? Because it's stopping here. It doesn't have. Let's look at the sentence, the whole sentence. From we have seen that there was an ancient tradition reported by Herodotus that the Nile trended off to the west and became there, the river Niger. While still earlier, there was an impression that part of it, at any rate, wandered eastward and some way joined onto the same source as the Tigris and Euphrates. At least that seemed to be, again, at least come to be the, yeah, I'm gonna choose actually here for that one. I'm gonna choose suggestion, but again, if he complete it, but uncertainty because you took me doubt. We still have another passage, Muhammad. Okay, so again, we have two answers that can be accepted. I'm gonna just click both of them. And that depends on the meaning of the author. Okay, I don't know why I highlight this one. Let's go after that to the passage that follow, and this is the last passage that we're gonna solve together. And also this, they brought it from one of the passages. No, it's a story. It's a complete story with, I think, more than, it's a novel with more than 11 chapters. And this was chapter 7 that he brought the passage from it. Okay, let's look at this one. Again, it's writing, and we're gonna look at the grammar while we are choosing. Again, you have to choose the simple. All of them are big, okay? So let's have a look at sentence again. It's the whole sentence here till end. He said what? Let's look at this one. While engaged in the discovery that this style of dress is not without its drawbacks. Take care. From while to drawbacks, it's a phrase, not a clause, because there is no subject here. So it must end with a comma. I'm with you. Then he said, I found, to my surprise, that, okay, to my surprise, it's non-restrictive phrase. So separated by two commas, right? The main sentence, it must be like that. I found that the direction of the current suddenly changed. Then he brings another sentence and the call. Okay, mister. So until now, it's right. So I think we are with A. Okay, why B is wrong? Because here he said, while engaged, okay, there's a phrase that describe or modify I found, then comma, in the discovery that this style of dress is not, no, it's wordy, mister. How to prepositional phrase after each other, you're gonna separate them with commas. No, wrong. See, why it's wrong? If we're gonna look here, while engaged in the discovery that this style of dress is not without its drawbacks, to my surprise, it's wordy. Wordy, mister, has a lot of mistakes and doesn't give me the meaning. Here, while engaged, wait. To my surprise, no, mister, you told me before, whenever the modifier come in the beginning, it must modify what come after the comma. So while engaged to, no, it's wrong. So this is the best thing. While engaged, I. So A is the right answer. 435. Look at this one. You're going to laugh a lot. I want to know, somebody tell me, which one is the right answer? All of them are the same, except this one. Except this one. But Bujay, and Bujay. And even he doesn't put the line under the comma. So which one I'm going to choose? I don't know, Allah and stuff. I don't know. I know that the answer. Are you going to choose A? Why are you going to choose A? Somebody tell me that we're going to choose A here. Muhammad, take care that all of them are the same. He doesn't put a line under the comma, Muhammad. So all of them are the same. Bujay, they're the only one that put it between parentheses. And it's not right. It's wrong. So D is the only one that we are sure that it's wrong. Yeah, nothing, no difference. A, B, and C are the same. So choose any one of them. So if you look here, he said what? As a matter of curiosity. Okay, this a phrase. We lighted a bujay, and bujay here means a candle. Bujay here means a candle. Yes, Muhammad.
مستر هي مش المفروض هنا تبقى ايه عشان خاطر الكوما اند؟
ما تاني محمد، هو ما حطش اصلا لاين تحت الكوما يا محمد والله.
اصلا
بص هنا، بص هنا الكوما عامله ازاي؟ الكوما في تحتها لاين صح؟
يعني الكوما موجوده في كله.
الكوما موجوده اصلا صح، يعني كده معناها ان الكوما صح. تمام؟ فيبقى انا عندي A و B و C صح.
هو ايه الفرق اصلا؟
هو ما فيش فرق. هو ما هي دي المشكله. ما انا بقول ما فيش فرق.
الاجابه
ده
تبقى
a mistake. No one revised. No one revised the test.
تمام يعني دي غلطه اصلا من عندهم.
Okay. Abdullah just invent something and said because when a word is italicized, the word unpopular, I think. Maybe. So because of that, he make it italic, maybe. But this actually, it doesn't appear in any test before. Maybe as Muhammad said, there's a nice explanation, Abdullah, I'm sorry. He said because it's italic, so it's unpopular. So we put it. But actually, it's not a grammatical rule, okay? It's not a grammatical rule. Okay, here it's bold. Here it's bold. But also it's different. As I told you, this question, it must be revised. As we said, again, if you look here, you will find the and. If you look at and before it, a comma is wrong actually. Why, mister? Because we lighted and placed. There is no list of verbs. Lighted and placed. It's a compound predicate. Lighted, placed without commas. Even the comma is wrong actually. The comma is wrong that he doesn't put a line under it. But his answer was the italic one. From my side, no explanation for it. For number 36. Number 36 is clear. I told you that bujay is a candle. So and placed, so we need something that returned to bujay, that is the candle. And here he said on the edge. On the edge. Yes, Muhammad, is recorded. On the edge. So it can be there is plural. It can be its and her because they are possessive pronoun, and nothing here indicates for possessive pronoun. So this, it must be object pronoun that relate to bujay. So it's gonna be A. 37 is a writing question. As you can find here, it said what? What should be done with the underlined portion? To know that the underlined portion, you are going to keep it or not, you have to read the sentence before it and the sentence after it to find that they are related or not. So let's read here. He said, as a matter of curiosity, we lighted Abdullah, it's italic because they got it from the passage like that. It's italic because they got it from the passage like that. He made copy paste from the passage. They're the only one, just to be frankly, they're the only one in the passage that is not italic. And I don't know why he did it as italic in the passage itself. Okay, no problem, Muhammad. Okay, I'm gonna send the record. But your ones, actually, it's by logic, as you said, that you start solving a lot and you find that maybe he put unpopular words in italic. So here he means that he wants to put it in italic. But the problem also that the comma here is wrong. Okay. So in number 37, as we said, here he said the experiment proved that the currents alternated. And as I found regularly. So we need something before that talk about the experiment. Let's find. As a matter of curiosity, we lighted Abu J, the candle, and placed it on the edge of the snow at the top of the slope of 3 or 4 feet, which laid down the surface of the ice. And then it started toward the effect of the current of the flame. Just wait. This is an experiment. So I'm going to keep this, mister. Let's read after that. And in order to determine, if possible, the law of this alternation, I observed alternation, alternated. Noreen, you asked me about how can you find it. Alternation, alternated. And here experiment, and this is an experiment. So, mister, I'm going to keep it. So keep it. It provides necessary information related to the author discovery. Yes, because it's an experiment. Keep it. It creates a link between the main idea and the supporting details. This actually put it, if we need to put as general answers, and is not accepted. Now let's go to 38. And in 38, take care. This, the examiner put it. It's additional sentence from his mind. It's not actually in the main passage, that he took the test from it. But we need just to find out, are we going to keep it or we're going to just change to it? And I find actually that he is smart in this one. Why? Because he put, alhamdulillah, that he put words that relate to what come before it and after it. Let's find the sentence before it to find which words that we are going to find it, that to decide which word you're going to put it here. If you look at this till like, so take care, from like he added, actually the sentence stop on below. So he said the day was very still, so that no external winds, take care the word of wind, the word of wind, winds, could have anything to do with this singular alternation. And indeed, the pit was completely sheltered by its shape. That's a storm. Look at the storm. So we have wind, we have storm. Might have raged outside without producing any perceptible effect below light. Okay, he talked about wind, he talked about storm. Okay, mister, he doesn't talk about terrorization. No terrors here, no terrorism, no murder. So A is wrong. Snowstorm, he talk about storm, he talk about wind, but he doesn't talk about snow, but it may be. Tornado, no, tornado is better because he said storm, he said wind without snow, so tornado is better. The last one, being poisoned by a berry you thought was safe, berry. We're talking about an experiment that talking about the alternation of heat or of shelter of these things. So D is not mentioned and doesn't relate. So the answer is going to be tornado. Take care that I think that snowstorm, but when I find tornado, because I didn't find any kind of snow here, I choose tornado. Even if you look after, we're going to find something related to it. He said what? It would be difficult. No, I think, okay. Yeah, here the currents. Talk about the currents and these things. So he doesn't mention anything of snow. So the best thing is going to be tornado. Number 39, he just brought words that relate to each other, like since. So the sentence is going to start from here till here. Take care. It has two mistakes or two options. As you can find here, he said what? It would be difficult to explain the regularity of these opposite currents. Take care. It would be difficult. Then in the second sentence, he said, not so difficult. So one like this and one like this. What does it mean, mister? That they are contradicting each other. So which one here is going to be suitable? But without thinking. But without thinking. Happy, sad, difficult, not difficult, so but. And no, it will not work here because no cause and effect. Since, again, since is like because. So the right answer is going to be, as we said, is going to be but, directly, without thinking. Okay, question 40, mister. The author, take care. The author wants to express movement. Movement. He need movement. I repeat it many times. He need what? Movement. Which choice best accomplished this goal? Without returning back to find which one, let's look at here. Hesitation. Does it express about movement? I'm not sure. Immobility, no. Immobile means not moving. Immobile means not moving. Idleness means lazy. So it's not going to be moving. So C and D, they're going to be the same. We're going to cancel them. Now I have the word hesitation and the word oscillation. We don't know the meaning of oscillation, but we know the meaning of hesitation. So let's look at the sentence to find out. Is it hesitation? If it's not hesitation directly, you're going to take oscillation. Okay, mister, he said here what? It would be difficult to explain the regularity of the opposite currents. Okay. Then, of these opposite currents. Okay, then he said, but it's not so difficult to see that some such. Okay, I think we're not going to put hesitation here. I'm not going to put hesitation here. It's not going to be accepted. So the only one is going to be that we don't know its meaning, but I'm going to tell you. Oscillation means variation, movement. So the right answer is A. I'm talking about that if you are in the test and you don't know the meaning of the word. We said immobility is not movement. Immobility means that is stable. Idleness, lazy. So they are not the one that we need. So we have hesitation and we have oscillation. Hesitation is not suitable to the meaning of the sentence. So the one that we don't know its meaning, that it's oscillation, that means variation. Okay. The last fourth question. 41. Which of the following sentence best introduce the pattern? Again, if you need to put a sentence here, it must be related to the sentence that come before it and the sentence that come after it. Don't forget this. Whenever you're going to put a sentence in a place, you have to be sure that it relates to what come before it and relate to what come after it. Okay, thank you, mister. Let's find out now the sentence before it. What are the key words in it? Is it here? It will be better, however, to differ any suggestion on this point till the glacier, but this French one, glacier, has been more fully described. Okay, miss. I think the key word is going to be glacier. Let's look after it. As our eyes became accustomed to the darkness, we saw someone and in this light streaming into the cave from some low point at a considerable distance, apparently on a level with the floor. Okay, it's enough. Let's find here. Can we say the ice cave? Okay, he mentioned ice. He mentioned ice, and he mentioned here cave. Where is the ice, mister? When he said glacier, and he mentioned cave, but he said was frozen solid. But after that, he doesn't talk about frozen solid. He's talking about a cave only that they enter and it's dark. So I'm not going to choose it. B, mister. It became increasingly more difficult to keep track of the floor plan. It is a vague pronoun. And I'm not going to choose this because actually it's mysterious. Let's look at C. We passed down at length through the low archway and stood on the floor of ice. Ice, glacier. Okay, ice, glacier. Okay, he said floor and we are in the cave. He said we, and here in the sentence itself, you're gonna find that they are talking about themselves. Like here he said our, here he said we, so here he said we. So it's logic to choose this. Ice, archway for the cave. It can be Mr. The last one, the floor plan. The floor plan, you find that A, B, and D the same, became more and more complex. It doesn't talk about that. It's talking only about moving. So the only one that is accepted is C, relate to the glacier, has ice, relate to the cave, it has archway, and it has we that is replaced here with our and we again. 42, if you look here at 42, he said, we saw something. Then after that, he said, and in distinct light. Thank you. This is a positive. This is a positive. So we know now that we are talking about the thing. We are talking about the thing. So how someone is wrong. Everyone wrong. Can we say everything? No. The main one is going to be something. Why? Because of the positive said light in distinct light. So it's something, not someone. This is easy also. It can be solved in a minute. Muhammad Said, mean of a positive, like when I say Dr. Tamer, the English teacher. So the English teacher is a positive for Dr. Tamer. It's the same meaning, but it's a kind of repetition. You got it? So here he said it's a kind of definition also. So here's something. What's this thing? It's an in distinct light. Okay. Let's go to 43. And 43, wallah, the writing questions in the EST easier than the writing in the SAT. Why? Because actually in each question, he gives you something here. He gives you a clue that you have to find it, the meaning for it, without reading. Without reading. Like here, he said, what? Which of the following best emphasize the extent of the author exploration? I need something to talk about exploration. So if you look here, seen, discern, glance, all of them have the same meaning. And it doesn't mean to exploration. But fathom means explore. Easy. He said, I need a word for exploration. Fathom means explore. I don't know the meaning of fathom, teacher. So look here, see, discern, glance, all of them means see. All of them mean that you use your eyes, except this one, fathom means explore. So we can just apply the rule of odd one out. Seeing, discern, is discern, see is silent. Glance is going to be the same meaning, so choose the one that is different. The last one also I like it. It's a question that relates to that shape. He said, which choice offer the most accurate interpretation of the graphic that support the statement? Let's read the statement together. And the statement starts from the problem that when he got a passage, he got big statements. So I think from the beginning of the passage, as our eyes became accustomed to the darkness, we saw something, and instinct the light streaming into the cave from some low point at a considerable distance, apparently on a level with the floor. And this we afterwards found to be the bottom of the larger of two pits. So now we need two pits. We had already fathomed, explored pit A of the diagram, and we eventually at the end discovered a similar but much smaller communication with the bottom up. So we need something that's similar, or it's something that's similar but a little bit smaller. Okay, mister. And we have many letters here. As you can see, it said H or F or C or B as it is. But if you complete, you're going to find, he said what? In each of these pits, there was a considerable pyramid of snow. Take care. Here in A, that is right. It's written B, means pyramid of snow. Also here, there is a problem for the examiner. He must give us a drawing key to tell us what does it mean P. I'm not gonna just explain it by myself. And here also P, pyramid of snow. So the only two that they have pyramid of snow is A and B. If you look at the other, H, no P. F, no P. C, no P. Look at C, no P. And they look the same size as each other. So the answer is A. And I found something, but don't take it for guarantee. Yeah, I put many marks, Abdullah, on the group. I find something. Whenever this man starts making answer from his mind, you find that the answer is A. Wallahi. He put it the first one. Which one, Muhammad? You don't understand it. Again, Muhammad. He said here, he wants something that represent or give you the meaning here. If you look, we said pit A of the diagram, and we eventually discovered a similar but much smaller communication with the bottom of. So we need something similar to A. The ones that similar to A is A, B, and C only. They are similar to each other because they are going out. But if you complete, you're going to find that in each of these pits, there was a considerable pyramid of snow. If you look inside here, Muhammad, you're going to find the letter P. P stands for pyramid of snow. P stands for pyramid of snow. Here, this H, 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 F, C, C, E, H, H, F, F, F. Nothing is including is P, pyramid of snow, except these two. Even see here, no pyramid of snow. So they look like each other, even in the shape. So because of that, I choose B as the right answer. ما الصورة دي جايبينها من القطعة محمد، بس جايبينها طبعا غلط. ما حطش ماب. ما حط المفروض ان اي صورة بتتحط اي جراف بيحط ماب كي تحته او جرافيك كي. Abdullah, I don't know which group you enter, Abdullah, but you can answer the manager of the group. She's gonna just guide you to the Telegram to find mini marks. Again, as I told you, whenever you're gonna find that this man or this examiner, the only thing that I'm sure about that this examiner is Egyptian. I'm gonna tell you why, and I said it before. When he copied the passage, he copied as it is. In the SET, they copy the passage, but they don't leave the mistake as it is. They change in the passage itself. I found that he keep colors as it is. And colors, you know, that this is the British writing for colors, not the American one. I don't understand you, Muhammad. How can I get reading link? No, you're gonna find reading a lot of reading passages in my group, and you're gonna find a lot of videos how you can just answer. It's the same link, Muhammad. It's the same link. Any question, guys? Before just closing the session, we're gonna complete tomorrow for the rest. Any question? Yes, Abdullah. I'm gonna mention the time on my groups, Abdullah, Muhammad. Abdullah, do you want to speak? Okay, so I'm gonna put my Telegram channel, Abdullah. I'm gonna put it right now. Okay, thank you. I appreciate your attendance. Let's see you tomorrow when we are answering. You're welcome, Abdullah. When we are answering together the reading passages. Goodbye. Even you're gonna find this, inshallah, in my YouTube channels. Goodbye.